What is going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day here in Junction City, Oregon, and behind me is the last Travel Supreme ever made. For those of you that don't know, Travel Supreme basically later became Enterga. You can see a lot of the similarities. This is the very last Travel Supreme. It says the Cummins 500, and today I'm hanging out at Enterga Coach with Terry Smith. How you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Andrew. Good to see you again.
Yeah, my pleasure. So Cummins 500 back here. A huge thanks to Oregon Motor Coach Center for sponsoring today's video. Oregon Motor Coach Center specializes in everything from small repairs to complete remodels. They do Class B van conversions. They do it all over at Oregon Motor Coach Center. Terry, what's your thoughts on Oregon Motor Coach Center, sir?
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they do all our service work, and we keep them really busy over there. I usually have 3 coaches at a time over there, getting worked over, getting serviced, getting modifications, repairs, all that kind of stuff done, not only for me before the sale, but for my customers after the sale. So, because they're already familiar with the coach, a lot of my customers that buy coaches from me come by there every year to get everything serviced and any little quirks taken care of.
A lot of the guys over at Oregon Motor Coach Center have 10, 20, 30 years experience in either Country Coach or Monaco, but they do work on all makes. I will leave a link in the description below to a video so you can meet the whole team over at OMC. 2008 or 2009?
This is 2008. They don't even show they made them in 2008 because that's when Enterga took over. The same employees and I believe the same building, but it became Enterga, and Travel Supreme went out of business in that year.
So this is a quad slide coach, a lot of equipment, Cummins 500, it's pre-DEF, checking a lot of boxes I like. It's got the big Girard awnings up there, full patio awnings. And how many miles and how much money do you need out of this coach, sir?
Well, this one's a bath and a half, so they're really hard to find a bath and a half, and it's the only one made in 08 from my understanding. And this one I believe has about 40,000 miles on. We'll go take a look when we step inside to be sure on the mileage.
Okay.
But very low mileage. It might be 35,000.
And we're going to talk about the money in a second, but you need to see this inside of this coach before we tell you how much it is so that you understand how good of a deal it is. It's got that select stitching there in the seats, huge captain's chairs, and I absolutely love the high gloss tile floor in here. Absolutely.
Granite tile.
Oh, granite tile. Yeah.
Granite countertops.
Real granite tile, real granite countertops. I already really like this floor plan with the cabinets over here to the left. Midship TV back there, and it's almost like a rustic style leather, like what you would see in like a King Ranch edition Ford F-350. This is on the Spartan chassis, and Terry's got a call from a real customer over there, so he's a busy man here. Great folks over here at Enterga Coach. Spartan chassis. I like the positioning of the cup holders here. Your rear view camera is going to be right there. And there's another camera up here. I believe that would probably connect down to right here. So when you're going down the road, if you want to see what's going on in the back of the coach, you can quickly keep an eye on your screen, and the camera will keep an eye out for you. Nice reading light. I love the reading light above the driver's chair there. The detail work on this ceiling is very impressive. I like that diamond leather pattern. This is a very wide coach too. So much room in here. I don't know if you're able to get the full perspective, you know, from this GoPro camera, but tons of room here. Quad slide coach, bath and a half coach as well. Looks like an upgraded Samsung TV. I believe that was probably added later on. Good size GE. Looks like a residential refrigerator. I see that Dirt Devil attachment down there for your central vac system. Oh, there he is. This man is selling some coaches. He's a busy man here. I appreciate him taking the time. So what's the story on this coach, sir?
Okay, yeah, this, I go back a little ways with the history on this coach. When I was still in Alaska, that was 4 years ago that we relocated to Junction City, Oregon. But we were in Alaska for 17 years. And before we left up there, I got a call from a lady in Anchorage at the RV park that had lost her husband. And they had come up in this coach, and she was not able to drive it. So we bought the coach from her, and we drove it down to Arizona, visited my folks down there in Yuma, Arizona. And a gentleman bought the coach from us down there. And he kept it for a few years, and then he traded it in for a smaller coach. And a gentleman here from this area that was down there in Yuma happened to see it at the dealership, bought it, and brought it back up here to this Eugene, Junction City area.
So it keeps coming back to you.
Yeah, so I get a call, and the gentleman needs to sell the motorhome, so he has me come out to look at it, and it'd be doggone if it isn't the coach I drove from Soldotna, Alaska, well, Anchorage, Alaska, all the way down to Yuma, Arizona, 4,000 miles about 4 years ago.
How does it drive? How was it coming down on the? I know the roads can be a little rough going down to Alaska, up to Alaska. How was the ride in this coach?
Yeah, it did wonderful. Over the Frosties, I was really impressed with how well it did. And yeah, it did very well, had no issues whatsoever. And so it was a really good road test. If you want to really road test a coach, that's the place to go, is go to Alaska. And don't let anybody talk you out of taking the trip up there. It's a wonderful trip. Just take your time, slow down when the roads are rough. And there's a lot of things you can do to make sure that you don't have any troubles. We've taken probably 60 coaches up there to Alaska that we sold when we had our dealership up there, and we never damaged any of them except an occasional rock chip in a windshield.
Nice. And speaking of, that windshield needs to be replaced.
Yes.
That's going to happen before the sale.
The owner is taking care of that. This is a consignment, and I told him about it, and he is going to take care of that.
Talking about shaking out the coach and the trip to Alaska, I always say it's better to buy a coach that's had a shakeout, it's gone down the road, it's been used. Much better to have a coach with some miles on it that's been kept up, rather than something that's never been used. So for me, a trip to Alaska is a positive note because it means it's had a chance to shake out all the problems, and then now you kind of see, you know, and then they're fixed, and so you've worked out that kind of stuff. Over the top woodwork, and this is built in Indiana. A lot of the Amish are there in Indiana, and I don't know if this woodwork can be contributed to all that Amish woodwork, but it definitely kind of has that sign of craftsmanship on it. You can really tell. Bath and a half. This is going to be a popular floor plan. Floor to ceiling mirror here on the inside of the half bath door. Nice decor here in the half bath as well. Same granite countertops here in the half bath too.
Yes,
This is a high quality coach.
The rear bath.
Okay. And then across, so I would bet across from your half bath is going to be your washer and dryer, stackable, Maytag.
Induction cooktop here in the kitchen.
Okay.
The TVs have been upgraded to the 4K Samsung Smart TVs, LED.
Really nice style in the, almost like a Tuscan style with the cool pattern on the walls here. Really like this pattern, and the ceiling treatments in this are just, this is probably one of my favorite, you know, Class A ceiling treatments. Just a, and I don't know if the camera's getting all the detail of all the leather, but it's in excellent condition. Looks like a king-size bed back here.
Definitely king bed.
Nice simple bedroom. You do have, even with the king-size bed, you've got countertop space on both sides of the bed, as well as outlets on both sides of the bed. Nice Jvc TV and a lot of countertop space. I like that this countertop space comes out a little bit. There's a little bit of an overhang, and then you've got your storage down there, but that gives you a place if a gal wants to sit and do her makeup there. I would assume that's what that's for. Granite floors here in the rear bathroom, and this is a really large shower here. I've got to do the tall test for you guys in this shower. I don't do this too often, but we're going to open that up just so you guys can see. Looks like a different type of granite, but looks like the same granite. And okay, Terry, you mind holding that camera for me?
You bet.
You guys can see here, I've got plenty of space. I'm 6'2", definitely plenty of space, passes the tall test. And if you guys noticed on my hat too, Oregon Motor Coach Center, big thumbs up to them. I like that it's a single sink here. And in a lot of the newer coaches, I recently did some stuff over at Newell Coach where they talked about having one sink and a smaller sink so that you have more countertop space. And this is a really luxurious style back here. I am really impressed with the finish work in this coach, and you've got the lighting below the cabinets there, and the way it's set, it gives it kind of a floating look there. Very large wardrobe, cedar closet all the way across the rear of the coach.
Built-in vacuum.
Okay, yep, central vac. You have a vent above the head there, as well as a window above the head if you want, that opens up if you want to get some fresh air in here. So wow, this is a nice coach, Terry.
Granite in the shower.
Yep.
Granite flooring, granite countertops, and you notice this is about 6 inches higher back here. But because you have a 7-foot ceiling in the rest of the coach, that still gives you 6.5 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the back, because they have to raise it for the transmission and the engine being underneath the floor back here.
Now that Terry mentions that, I'm 6'2". I've got a lot of headroom in this coach, and I've got to point out a nice ledge in the shower there. If the gals want to shave their legs there, I guess that's that you can either use that as a seat, or that can be used as a lot of functions there. I've seen this coach. I want to know how much dough this is. The very last Travel Supreme ever made, really kind of Enterga Coach history that we're standing in here. Absolutely incredible coach. Bath and a half. Terry's bringing out his cheat sheet there.
KenaiCoach.com. You'll see at least 90 pictures of this coach on there. And the Travel Supreme Select is right here. And we just dropped the price from $169 to $159. So $159,000 for this coach.
Wow. Cummins 500, bath and a half. Lot of coach for the dough. If someone's a serious buyer, and also too, if you don't like anything, you can go over to Oregon Motor Coach Center. Terry can handle everything for you, so Terry can be your point of contact. The same guys that built a lot of the country coaches and Monacos can do any updates if you want to do new flooring, upholstery, anything like that. They can do it all. If someone's a serious buyer, who can they get a hold of?
They can get a hold of Kenai Coach, and it's KenaiCoach.com is the website. KenaiCoach@gmail.com is our email, and then you can call me at 541-952-1016. We have no salespeople. You're always dealing with me on everything. It's my wife and I. We've owned the business for 25 years, and we handle everything. So we have no employees. We subcontract out to Oregon Motor Coach Center for all of our service and modification needs, because they do such a wonderful job, and they know these coaches inside and out.
Terry, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to show me and the folks out on YouTube this beautiful coach.
Yes.
Appreciate all of you out there liking these videos and subscribing to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you.